I couldn't leave well enough alone. I had to say to her, "Are you sure there's one line?" And she turned around at me and looked like she was going to kill me. She's like, "Believe me, there is one line." And I felt like I was going to be attacked. And the other woman next to her looked at me like she was going to kill me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, this is Ron Leo.
Hi, how you doing, everybody? So I've been in town about 2 weeks here, and it's been a little bit of an adjustment. The first thing I like to point out is you people love to aim with your cars. I've almost gotten hit, I don't know how many times, whether you're walking, driving, people tend to like aim for you, especially if you're making these left-hand turns that you have. So, you know, maybe you should write to your governor about this and put some lights up for these turns. And also, I got a parking ticket the other day, which was ridiculous. I parked somewhere, there was no signs anywhere, and it was evidently a street day parking between 12 and 3, which I parked the car before 12. So, as far as I'm concerned, I parked it before 12. Why should I get a ticket? But that's just my logic. So you have a lot of shopping around here. There's a lot of stores, and I went to this store called Trader Joe's they have in New England. It's pretty conservative, and I don't even like to shop, to be honest with you. The only shopping I do might be Home Depot, and it's pretty simple. But I went to this Trader Joe's here, and I got something. I got a few items, and there was something I didn't want. So I told the cashier I didn't want it, and all of a sudden, she screams something to the guy behind the counter, and he's yelling "man overboard" and starts ringing a bell. So, you know, I'm standing there pretty awkwardly, and he's looking at me, and I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, I didn't want something. It was like an awkward, so, you know what, I won't go there again, you know? So, they should do something about that. It's ridiculous. And also, I was in another store. It was, excuse me for my, I think it's Aristotle. Is that what it's called? Aristotle? I was in Aristotle, and there was some kind of sale going on. There's a lot of people in there, and I found something I wanted. And just to remind you, I don't go shopping very often. I just don't.
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie, okay. And I'm in there, and you know, there's 2 registers. Now, my logic of thinking is, if you're behind the register, then you go up to it. So, you know, one was open, so I went behind it, and the woman, I got really good hearing, so I heard the other woman say to another woman in the next line, "No, there's one line. There's not 2 lines." And I overheard this, so, you know, being a gentleman, I went over and I'm like, I went behind the woman in the other line. But I couldn't leave well enough alone. I had to say to her, "Are you sure there's one line?" And she turned around at me and looked like she was going to kill me. She's like, "Believe me, there is one line." And I felt like I was going to be attacked. And the other woman next to her looked at me like she was going to kill me too. So I don't know if I was in like a store where men weren't liked or wanted, or maybe she was on her, or maybe she hadn't had sex in a while. But, you know, anyway, guys, if you go shopping, just pay attention to this if you're not a shopper. So, anyway, I called my parents the other day. My father's 84, and my mother's 74. And I am a father of 2 kids. My 2 kids basically live with them. I live with my girlfriend part-time. I try to go back and forth. Long story, I'm not going to go there. But, you know, I call there, and my father's hard of hearing. And they have parrots, too, by the way. And my last name is Parrot. Not that that makes any difference, but... my father can't hear me, and then he's got my mother who's loud because she can't hear him. He can't hear her rather. So if you go into the house, you have my mother screaming at my father. Mind you, the parents hear all this, so they're in the background screaming with them. And then my kids, you know, they get disgruntled sometimes, so the parents mimic them. The fucking house sounds like in the house. You know? You got parents screaming, my mother screaming, my father can't hear anything, and I'm ready to just blow my fucking head off sometimes. That's why I can't stay there too long. Boy, you people don't drink much, huh? Bartender, you're lucky you have a New England day here. Because I'm the only one tipping you tonight. What's up with this Gold's Gym down in Hollywood? I went there the last 2, it's a nice gym. But I noticed there were all men in there, first of all. There's a couple of women in there, but they were questionable. So, you know, again, I come from a pretty conservative place, and I asked this guy for a spot, and he looked at me like he wanted sex or something, like he was in heat. It felt like I asked him, like it was almost as if I was asking him, can I buy you a drink or something? And then he, you know, he spotted me and, you know, gave me the smile and all, and then he continued to ask me if I needed spots. Every time I see him, he asked me if I needed a spot. And then I go into the locker room, and I'm taking a piss at the urinal, and it's this, you know, there's a big mirror in front of the urinal, and I'm looking in the mirror, and there's this fucking guy at the urinal with his pants down, pissing. I mean, he had them down to here. There is no need to be pissing at a urinal with your pants down like that, first of all. Okay? And secondly, you know, he's in the mirror. I got the image, and it was... The guy just shouldn't have been doing that, to be honest with you. He was not actually, okay? So, you know, I got this... Yeah, he was a little fat, but it wasn't necessary for him to be doing that. And, you know, he's in the mirror, and then he's there, so there's 2 images of him. And I'm like, oh, fuck him. And at the urinal, they have a sign, do not put cum in urinal. Oh. Wow. Evidently, it said gum, but somebody did something to the G. So, I don't know if somebody was putting cum in the urinal or what.
Take some.
I seen a movie star there today. Don't even ask me who he was. I just recognized him from the 70s. It was an older guy, so that was pretty interesting. So, yeah, that was, so, I haven't smoked pot 2 weeks, so I actually smoked for so long that when I don't smoke, I'm stoned. So, it's been 2 weeks since I smoked, so I'm going to have to look at my notes. I was trying to keep this pretty PG rated, so I'm not going to get too nasty here, unless you want me to.
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's talk about sex then. I think women, I don't know what happened, but why is it that women have better sex than men? I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty good. I could probably do 2. My girlfriend, before I even blow 1, is on her 4th, okay? Which I'm not complaining, it's actually pretty enjoyable. But I'm a little jealous. I'm like, what is that? And, anyway. I just wonder what the hell they're going through, that's all. I mean, is there orgasm feel like ours? I mean, you just don't know. You won't ever know. I don't even know if they have a scientific way of proving which is better or what. I don't know if it's an individual thing or what, but. And by the way, if your girl isn't having at least 2, you're doing something wrong. Okay? Even on a bad day. If your girl isn't begging for your... If a girl isn't begging for my I have no use for her, first of all. Okay? So if your girl isn't begging for your be assured she's going to beg for another. Okay? Because they like their orgasms. I guess I'm on it. So, in conclusion, I hope you learned something from me. And if you didn't, I don't blame you. But cheers.
Give it up for Ron.